Hey guys, so it's Clara the Book Goddess, and I am here with my very first ever If You Like This, You'll Like This video. This is the If You Like This classic, you'll like this modern book. So I just came up with this like a few minutes ago, and I thought it would be fun. So the first classic is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, which is one of the most amazing classics ever. This is my personal favorite. It is probably Jane Austen's most famous work, and it is just phenomenal. It's about a rich man that is very prideful and a girl that's poor, and she is a bit headstrong, but it is a beautiful story, and I highly suggest you read this. So if you like Pride and Prejudice, you will like The Golden Braid by Melanie Dickerson. The Golden Braid is actually a retelling of Rapunzel, but it is still fantastic, and I just love it. It is very nice because the prince in the book is not a prince, he's a knight, but he is very prideful and wants to marry someone rich. And then you have Rapunzel, who's very meek and lowly and wants to learn how to read, and it's a very sweet romance, and I love it. The next one is A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. I love this play. I read it in modern English when I was 8, and I still love it. I love fairies. I really do. So this was a fantastic book, and I need to read it again, like in the way it's written instead of spoken English today. And this is a lot about fairies, and it's a love story. I love love stories, if you didn't tell. But it's just really good. And so if you like this book, you are going to like, I got my books out of order. You're going to like The Ferry Pass by Freywin Jones. I just finished this book a few days ago, and I liked it. It is actually the first in the series. I don't know if I'm going to continue with the series or not. I might, but I might not. Anyway, it is about a girl named Anita who finds out that she's actually the missing princess of the Land of Fairies, and she disappeared the night before she was going to get married, and, well, she has finally found her way back to her homeland, only to find out that the man she was supposed to marry was never in love with her, and he only wanted her power to walk between the worlds, the mortal world and the fairy realm. So, it's a good book. I don't know if I'm going to keep reading the series or not, but it's definitely a good one if you like A Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay, next, if you like Peter Pan, which is amazing. I love Peter Pan. I've never read the original book, but I've seen the movies and all that stuff, so I love Peter Pan. So if you like Peter Pan, you will like the Starcatcher series by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson. This is a series about the origins of Peter Pan, and oh, it's so good. It is so good. The writing style is just fantastic, and it takes you in and you can't put it down because there's so much action in it. This book series is not romantic, like at all. And it's a wonder that I loved it so much, but seriously, the books, there's something creepy about them too. The first one, not so much, but the second, third, and fourth one are so creepy. In a way, they're not like scary because I can't do scary. I never want to read a horror novel, I never want to see a horror movie, but I can do creepy. I watch Doctor Who. I have to do creepy to do that. But I love these books, and they're very good, so I highly recommend these if you like Peter Pan. Okay, next classic is The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, and shame on me, I have not read all of these. I read The Hobbit and the first one, but I intend to read these and The Hobbit again. I'm going to reread The Hobbit and the first book and read them all straight through next month for my pleasure reading. So, if you like Lord of the Rings, you will like The Rangers Apprentice by John Flanagan. I just finished the first one, and I wanted to read these for like a year or two and hadn't gotten to them. So I loved this book. It was really good. The only thing that I didn't like about this book was the romance wasn't done very well. Not as well as I would like. There's a little bit, but it's not much. And I wish they had explored that more because it doesn't really make sense. There was no romantic tension between the two people in this book, and it kind of disappointed me in that department. But other than that, it was fantastic. And it's an epic fantasy, and it's like a series. There's like tons of books in here. So this one's thin, but they get gradually longer, which is what I love. So if you like Lord of the Rings, definitely check this series out because you'll probably love it. Okay, next classic is Grimm's Fairy Tales by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. This is a lovely Books A Million edition, and you've probably heard these fairy tales, or at least kid-friendly renditions of them. Honestly, the Disney movies are completely not correct because these stories are actually scary. Like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, they are actually terrifying. But I love them anyway. And if you like Grimm's fairy tales, you will like the 12 Dancing Princesses series by Jessica Day George. It is Princess of the Midnight Ball, Princess of Glass, and Princess of the Silver Woods. I read Princess of the Midnight Ball a while back and finished the series and loved it. Princess of the Midnight Ball is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, or the shoes that were danced to pieces. Princess of Glass is Cinderella, and Princess of the Silver Woods is a retelling of Red Riding Hood. And it is a very interesting take on each of the fairy tales, and I just loved the series. So definitely check those out if you like fairy tales. Okay, but I have another suggestion if you like fairy tales, and that is The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I reviewed these a couple days ago, and as a series, I did the video. It is available for watch. You can watch it right now if you want to, but I love this series. It is more of it is sci-fi, but it still takes the fairy tales and is really great. This one is Scarlet. This is the second one, which is a retelling of Red Riding Hood, but it also has Beauty and the Beast influences as well. But I just love this book so much. I love the whole series. It was fantastic. And if you like Grimm's fairy tales, this is another good one, especially if you are more of a sci-fi person than a fantasy person. So check those out. All right, the last one, if you like Homer, the Iliad, or the Odyssey, I read this. This is the Iliad for boys and girls. I probably read this when I was 7, and I tried to read the Odyssey and got bored, but I love Greek mythology. So if you are a fan of Greek mythology in general, you will love the Percy Jackson series. Right here, this is the second one, The Sea of Monsters. I love the Percy Jackson books. The Percy Jackson books are the reason I am such a big reader. I just love them so much. They are so good, okay? Percy Jackson is the son of Poseidon, and it is basically, the series is his adventure going on quests and trying to save the world from Kronos, who is a Titan. And the second series, The Heroes of Olympus, involves him trying to save the world from Gaia, who is basically the Earth, and she's trying to reclaim the Earth for herself. And it is just amazing. I love Rick Riordan's books and all of that. So that's it for the, if you like this classic, you'll like this modern book. So let me know if you're going to be reading any of the books I suggested, classic or not. It doesn't matter. And if you have another classic or a modern book or something like that that you think would be great for this, please let me know, and I will definitely check those books out because I love checking out new books. So thanks guys, bye!